Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Street Talk and other stuff. Mike Mad Dog Magnati. Hey, the last day of January. Wait a minute, last Monday, January. Wednesday's actually the last day. But, you know, January's a fine month, but I'm glad to see it come to an end, okay? Because it just means we're that much closer to spring. But hey, we're going to start a little differently today. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for tuning in. But we're going to cut the usual crazy joke because I got a good guest, got a lot of information today. So, hey, Street Talk and other stuff. Mike Mad Dog Magnati, you stick around. We'll be right back. So.
Just as we went on the air, Steve, NCW Life is live now on Facebook.
Hey, how's about that? We're live, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Dan Kuntz, your host for the next hour.
Every weekday, starting at 7 o'clock.
Get ready for a bunch of news that's coming your way.
What's happening around North Central Washington. I'll have a rundown of all your local, regional, and statewide news. You can also find more on our website at ncwlife.com. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. That's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on NCW Life News.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
When Mike leaves town, it's a little scary. You never know who might be outside. But we feel safer inside knowing our home is being monitored by a local company. I can check our alarm from just about anywhere. So when we get home, I know it's safe.
Protect your family and save money with a local company. Switch your current security monitoring to Guardian Services from LocalTel. Call Guardian Security from LocalTel now or visit localtel.net to learn more.
Okay, we're back. Street Talk and other stuff, and I am here with one of the gems of Wenatchee, Mr. Robert Sandidge. How are you, sir?
I am well.
This is a good guy, okay? This is a good guy, all right? And I'm glad to have
With a great
him back.
wife.
With a great wife, that's true. Well, you know, that's why you're such a great guy.
She's the brains behind the whole thing.
Well,
so.
no doubt, no doubt. You know, it's the same thing with me. You know, it's just anywhere I go, it doesn't matter if it's church, if it's a music theater thing, anywhere else. If I go by myself, people never say hi, Mike. They say, "Where's Rosie?"
Yeah, where's Rio?
Yeah, exactly. So hey, how are you?
I'm well.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So we got another summer concert series coming up.
We do.
And that's why I asked you here today, because I want, you know, get a little information on it. Then when we get closer to the
Yeah,
the series
this is our
itself,
fifth season. So so far we've been able to raise $27,000 for the College Foundation.
Right,
And
cool.
10 of that's been going away towards annual scholarships, and we have 17 towards the endowment, which we're going to, we have to reach 35,000 to be able to endow that scholarship. So
Okay,
but we
good.
could not do that without all the supporters
Yeah.
and sponsors. And
So you know David Davin pretty well.
yeah,
the head of
yeah, he's our new executive.
Yeah, right. He was just on the show
Yeah.
earlier this month. So great guy.
Yeah,
Good guy.
yeah,
So,
solid.
yeah,
Yeah.
seems to be. Seems
Yeah.
to be. His husband Doug was in 12 Angry Men with me.
Yep.
So that's how I got to meet him. So cool. All right, so tell us a little bit
Good
more.
chef too. I mean,
Yeah,
I
very
hear-
good. Yeah.
so-
Leans a little bit too much on the vegetarian side of things. And why do we have these teeth here? These are
Especially
God
the
gave
pointed
us
ones
these.
on the corners.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we're firing off again this year. It starts on the 7th with I'm having a senior moment. The Infinity Project, which is the Journey tribute band that we actually had close out last year.
Right.
And then we're bringing back Too Slim out of Nashville again, and the big band. They're kind of a annual favorite. They
Right,
don't
and
play
that's the local big band, right?
the Wenatchee
Yeah.
Swinging Big Band. Mhm. And then we bringing back Peter Rivera from Rare Earth, the original lead vocalist and drummer from Rare Earth. Guy's got powerhouse as far as voice. And then we have a new tribute band they're bringing in that's called Invisible Touch, and they are a Phil Collins Genesis tribute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And all these bands can actually be seen on our website if you want to go there. It's rlsproductions.net, and you can actually watch video footage and samples. And of course, tickets can be are available at rlstickets.com. So pretty much most of the reserve seating is almost all gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We started in October.
Yeah.
I have a few sponsorships to nail down, the video sponsor and a few others. But and there's about maybe 90 tickets to each concert left as far as general admission. That's it.
Okay. And so what do the sponsorships entail if somebody's interested?
Well, we have different levels. I mean,
Yeah.
they started at about $5 and then dropped down to $5,000 and then dropped down to about $2,500 for like printing sponsors. And you receive different types of level of media for doing what you're doing, helping us actually produce and promote these shows, and the Valley.
Right.
And you end up with either half table or full table and positioning on the actual reserve seating.
Sure.
Because it's prime reserve seating tables. You don't have to worry about actually getting there early. You just walk right down to your seat.
Ah.
Yep.
Okay, well, I got some other questions on the practical side of things for folks, but you got some...
Got a TV show on
You got
now.
some video.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about the TV show first or show
Yeah.
what you want to do?
You want to cut to the the one that's promoting the actual series itself?
Yeah, Caitlin.
Why don't we take a peek at that?
Yeah, okay. That's why we have such a great producer, is Caitlin is going to crank this up for its show to us. And I'm going to keep talking until Caitlin cuts in with the videos.
We kind of threw her.
There we go.
RLS Productions is proud to bring to the NCW Life Channel the Concerts in the Gardens Summer Series held at Omi Gardens. The series features performances from Rare Earth's Peter Rivera, Heart by Heart, Too Slim and the Tail Draggers, The Infinity Project, the Wenatchee Swingin' Big Band, and a whole host of other great acts. Tune in Wednesdays at 1:30 and 7 p.m. and Fridays and Saturdays at 10:30 a.m. and 9 p.m. RLS Productions Concerts in the Gardens Summer Series, only on the NCW Life Channel.
All right, cool. All right,
So those
Yeah.
were actually shot live back in 2016 and this past summer, 2017. And this past year, we actually brought in Dave Kiefer to record everything live from Jazz Stream Records. So we split a snake off, and it's really high-end multi-track recording. It's just getting better and better every year. With regards to the video footage, we have a new producer, Alex Wolf, from A. Wolfie Productions. That's actually we've hired to actually do our video production. So bringing those two together, knitting them together, is a wonderful thing.
Okay, and you've set this up actually for a TV show. You started to tell us that a minute ago.
And the TV show
Fill
is
us in about that.
That's the commercial you just saw.
Yeah.
That's actually we're going to have 8 shows, and they started a couple weeks ago. We started with the Infinity Project from this past year, and then we went to Peter Rivera from Rare Earth. And this past week was Too Slim, and I think this week is going to be Heart by Heart, which is the original founding member of Heart, Steve Fosten and Michael DeRozier. And of course, you know that they actually were in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great show. And then we have the Wenatchee Big Band, Scott Kasu, also a group called Milonga that performed last year.
Oh, I saw them.
Yeah,
That's one I
yeah.
caught last year. That's one I was able to go to. Yeah,
So
they
a total
were
of 8 shows, and then thanks again to NCW Life for helping us get this out to the folks. Helps us let people know what it is we're trying to do up there.
Well, we're honored to be, at least a little part of it. The work that you're doing. But
it's a lot of work.
this is the 8th season. Or
This will be a 5th season.
This will be the 5th season. Okay. All right. Now again, tell us where the money's going. Tell us what the purpose of this is.
So we have 3 objectives. One is for increase in midweek tourism to the Wenatchee Valley and its bedroom communities. So we spend a considerable amount of the money we bring in just for that. And then the second is the continued development of the series into a regional brand, which is again going to be helping pushing tourism and putting heads in beds and people coming into the area spending money at local businesses.
Yeah, because you're not just running the concerts. You're setting up actually packages for people, lodging packages and transportation and stuff.
We actually have a hotel special at the Marriott, and it's literally from rack rate. It's nearly almost half price.
Really?
So it's better than Expedia and all that. If you just have to ask for the RLS Productions discount rate, and if it's available, depending on what their occupancy is, just like any type of hotel, you're gonna think it's 139 as opposed to 239. So
And that's
it's a suite.
That's not just, lodging. You're providing transportation from the.
No, we don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you did. My mistake.
Yeah, we actually have a shuttle service that we hired.
There we go. Okay.
But it doesn't come from they actually drive to just below the Omi Gardens, and they catch the shuttle up, and so that you have to try to worry about parking up at Omi because Omi's got very limited parking.
Right.
I'm hoping to talk to the commissioners and make a proposal on that. I have an idea. But it's a vision.
Okay, cool, very cool.
But I'm sure they have other ideas of what they want to do with their chunk of land up there. But just a thought.
When you say concerts in the garden, of course is Omi Gardens.
Omi Gardens.
Okay, which is a locally owned.
Yep. Actually, it's Chelan County.
Right.
Run by Chelan County, and we really enjoyed working with the commissioners this past year and set up a 3-year lease agreement. So it's renewable for each time. So we're building this into a brand, RLS Productions Concerts in the Gardens.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
And
now,
the shows that we have coming up, if you want to cut to the next commercial, Caitlin, if we have time for that?
Yeah, okay. Sure. Yeah, we got lots of time.
That'll give you a taste of what we have coming up this summer. And you just let us know when you're ready to shoot that.
Caitlin, I'm not talking, so you can.
LS Productions presents Concerts in the Gardens held at Omi Gardens this coming summer, featuring the Infinity Project, a Journey tribute band, Too Slim and the Tail Draggers, the Wenatchee Swing and Big Band, the Peter Rivera Band, and Invisible Touch, a Phil Collins tribute band. The objectives of the series are to increase midweek tourism to the Wenatchee Valley, the development of a world-class series overlooking the Wenatchee Valley, along with awarding annual scholarships to Wenatchee Valley College students. RLS Productions would like to thank their supporters and volunteers for helping make this all possible.
All right, great. Now, the picture at the end, where all of you folks are standing on the stairs and you're holding a check.
Yep. That was this past October. We actually gave the college a total of, I think it was $12,000 from this year's the net proceeds, as well as also we received money from Horan Estates and the Names Foundation and San Ray Orchards to be able to throw in towards either the endowment or the annual scholarships. And in a couple of weeks, we're actually awarding another $2,002 students coming. That is another $1,000 each.
Yeah.
One is in the network administration program at the Wenatchee Valley College, and the other one is one of the graphics departments. So,
okay.
I'll be contacting David Devine, excuse me.
Yeah.
Hopefully I did that okay.
That's okay. I think I called him something completely different a minute ago. But David, we love you. Okay, you know what we're talking about.
You know what we're talking about. Yeah. Anyway, he's going to be able to send out an email to these students and say congratulations, and
cool.
We'll do a little picture and that kind of thing.
So how do they decide? Who
they fill out an application.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's a very short app, but you need to tell us about yourself and why you need it, and so we determine who needs it most, and you do have to have a certain grade point average, but it's not like I think we dropped it to 3.0, so
it's
a
that's
B average. Yeah. So you could flunk typing and get an A in something else and still end up with the.
Well, you know what college college professors say to their A+ students?
No.
Okay, they always treat their A+ students nice because these are the people who will come back and be their colleagues. But you know what they do with their C- students?
No.
They treat them nicely because they're the ones that'll come back and donate enough money for dormitories.
I was one of those guys.
Classrooms, That's like I told my daughter, when she was in college. I said, look, the point of college is to learn something. Okay, I mean grades. You shouldn't
cut your
shoot for
teeth
grade.
in college.
Yeah, and she looks at me and says, "Dad, C's get degrees." So.
See? I love it.
So she's right. Well, you call a guy who graduates at the bottom of his medical school class.
He's still a doctor.
Doctor, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So
still an MD.
Okay, so that's cool. So another $2,000 in scholarships is going out.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we'll do another scholarship round in winter quarter.
Yeah.
And on those, the spring quarter, and those they actually will design something for us. In the graphics department, we're going to be asking them to actually develop the insides of a DVD set, because what we're going to do is take these shows that you see that you can watch on NCW Life.
Right.
We're going to mix those down and actually put them in a double DVD and send them out to different medias to actually try to get them come here.
Oh, cool.
And check out the
Excellent.
area again.
Yeah.
For what? Tourism.
Right, exactly, exactly. Very good.
Yeah, pushing that. And then the other thing is to continue on with this logo design animated logo design that we had. One of our students, he designed that animated logo.
Really? Wow.
And he was
Very
only
cool.
17 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. That's what happens. You know, where do these talented people come from?
I don't know.
You know, I mean, I can't draw a straight line.
We actually have a lot of talent in the Valley.
Oh, we do. We
Yeah.
do. We do indeed. We do indeed.
But you know, we have a new stage sponsor, Jeffers, Danielson, Alward,
law firm.
and Son.
Great group of folks.
Actually, it's Jefferson, Danielson, Son, and Elward.
Son and Elward.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, great
I'll get
group
it right.
of folks.
Yeah, they're new sponsors for us, stage sponsors. Also want to thank Confluence Health. They always step up for us. Local Tel, I hope talking to Brenda and see if we can make sure that they're on again this year. Horan Estates, of course, and
Yeah.
Taste Buds always does a great job of putting on a nice spread of food up there. I did talk to her this year, and it's kind of preliminary, but we might actually do a buffet this year.
Oh, really?
So
The Taste Bud folks have been handling that? Oh,
yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, D.A. Davidson's always a really strong,
Right.
long list of
Another great group of folks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
strong list of supporters that you see in our videos. We always have to say thank you, because without them, and even actually every single person that purchases a ticket, some of that money goes towards actually helping us promote the tourism and, of course, the scholarships.
Okay, and the endowment. Tell us what that is. I mean, what's the purpose of creating the endowment, which you say you need $35,000
Yep.
for? So I got
To
that
be able
right?
to endow a scholarship
Okay.
at Wenatchee Valley College currently,
Right.
and that's to allow for forever $1,000 scholarship to be given out. You have to actually give them $35,000, and
Okay.
so that money goes into a form of where it actually earns interest.
Sure.
So the interest off of that $35K generates that $1K to be able to be given away.
Okay,
$1,000.
cool.
So, but we hope to be able to actually wrap that up in the next year or two, depending on, again, our support.
Okay.
It's getting better every year, so.
Then let's say you do that. Let's say you reach the amount where you can have the endowment. Will the money then that you're generating?
We'll decide whether we want to continue to put more into the endowment, because what we're finding, I'm on the Budget and Finance Committee at the colleges in the foundation, we're finding that they actually need, with scholarships needing to be higher from just $1,000 to $1,500 to actually, because with tuition's going up.
Sure, right.
It's just the nature of the beast. They really need to have about $1,500. So Rio and I are talking still, but we may just continue just to put money into that account and build it
Okay.
up to where it's $40,000.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then continue to also give away those annual scholarships as well.
Sure.
So.
Okay, now where does your passion for the college come from? 2 questions I want to ask you, and that's the first one.
Well, I have actually 3 degrees from Wenatchee Valley.
Oh, really? Okay.
People actually can go there and live here locally and go there and study some of their passions.
Yeah.
And really learn a lot.
Yeah.
So.
No, my son-in-law went there to, he's an excellent guitar player, and he went there to kind of formalize his education and did pretty well. So.
Yeah, mine's are just a AA, of course, and then pomology, which is the study of fruit and nuts, like, guys like you.
Exactly.
It's actually horticulture. Yeah. And then network administration, because I'm kind of the computer geek in the family, and I just got tired of not knowing really everything that I needed to know, and so I just went in and banged it out in 18 months. And
Oh, cool. Very cool.
still working, I'm just one of those gluttons for punishment.
Well, I didn't know what it's like, I'm going to brag here. Okay, 2 master's degrees.
Wow.
While I'm working full time, and it was tough.
Yeah.
There were times I had to read standing up, because if I didn't, I'd fall
asleep.
asleep.
Yeah. But Rio says no more degrees. I said, okay, well, they don't offer us a doctorate there, so.
Okay, now, what's your passion for the tourism from Wenatchee?
Well, it's always been there,
Okay.
We actually started back when Steve Gear actually was managing the Coast Hotel and the Convention Center. Back in 1996, we worked packages there, starting what was called a blues series. It was blues we brought in actually different writers from Walla Walla to Seattle to Spokane to come here. And of course, back in '96 through about '02, blues was big across the nation. So
Still is, as far as I'm concerned.
yeah,
You know.
but it's not packing it like we did back then.
Okay.
But we actually put together packages and put anywhere between, you know, a minimum of 10 upwards to 35, 40 rooms. Sold that many rooms to our shows each week.
Really?
I mean, each month, excuse
Really?
me. We would
Okay.
do one a month, and it would be October, November, take December off, January, February, March. Because that's the cabin fever times around
Sure.
here.
No, exactly.
But you know, it's just making sure that we start bringing in new money, because I mean, around here we can only recycle our money so many times.
Well, you know, I mean, Wenatchee's just a great place. You
It
know?
is.
So we don't want it to become like
It's
Bend.
gorgeous.
We don't want it to become like Bend, Oregon, though.
Well, Ben's done a really good job actually to get
have.
people to pull off.
Well, there was, you know, I was down in Bend a little while ago, and I saw a bumper sticker that said, "Bend sucks, don't move here."
So they don't want any more people.
Exactly. So,
It's wonderful.
all right. So, concert series starts when?
July 5th.
Okay.
Yep. And like I said, if they're wanting to get tickets, they need to get on it. You know,
Okay.
we've been doing little teas on Facebook, and thanking Cherry Creek for actually putting out some PSAs for us as well. Sunny FM billboards.
Sure.
Dave Harrell is helping us with some of the hotel marketing. So, and these folks are doing it for gratis. So.
Okay. Let's say they want to get tickets. Where do they go?
RLStickets.com.
RLStickets.com. And of course, like always, if for some reason you can't remember, you can email me. I can get you any of this information. But Robert, God bless you, buddy.
Thank you
very much.
Thanks for having us.
And
Again, thank you for all our sponsors
Yeah,
and
love to
supporters.
Rio too. You know. So when the concert series starts up again, we'll have you back that we can get a little more information on.
Okay,
it,
sounds
All right,
good. All right.
Okay, Street Talk and other stuff. I want you to stick around because I'm going to do a little bit of a commentary on a current event here in Wenatchee that you may be interested in. But hey, Street Talk and other stuff, Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, stick around. We will be right back.
Thursday night, hockey night on the NCW Life Channel. It all begins at 7 o'clock with a call of the Wild and Clarkie's Corner. Then it's non-stop hockey action with a voice of the Wild, Arch Ecker. Join us as the Wild battle the rest of the BCHL. Thursday night is hockey night on the NCW Life Channel.
I'm Dr. Ron Singleton. See how Ideal Protein can help you.
I started Ideal Protein about 10 months ago. I'm down 123 pounds and a little over 50 inches.
Using Ideal Protein, I've lost 37 pounds in just 10 weeks.
I lost over 52 pounds in 4.5 months on Ideal Protein.
This has been a wonderful journey. The food is great and it's a very easy program to follow.
This medically designed program has repeatable, safe, and effective results. Call us today to schedule your weight loss consultation.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from LocalTel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value LocalTel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is State Representative Kerry Condata inviting you to check out our newest show on the NCW Life channel. We call it the 12th District. Each week we'll be taking an in-depth look at various political issues that affect our area, our state, and the world. We'll be featuring local and statewide experts on the subject matter at hand. Please join us weekly for the 12th District with yours truly, Kerry Condata. Check your channel guide for times or go to ncwlife.com for details.
All right, Street Talk and other stuff, Mike, Mad Dog Magnotti. Switching gears a little bit here, okay? I started to do something a while back when there was incidences of a local nature that I felt needed to be brought to people's attention. I used to have a term for it that the very nice folks, who I really much appreciate for letting me have this show, NCW Life, asked me not to use that term anymore, so I won't. But let's just say these are things where people need to be held accountable. I think that's a nice way to put it. But recently in the Wenatchee World last week, there was a front page article about East Wenatchee Utilities Commissioner Mike McCourt pleading guilty to 1 count of child molestation. Now, according to the Wenatchee World, there were numerous people who were prepared to testify who were claiming to be Mr. McCourt's victims in the past. One child victim who was ready to testify to numerous incidences, and other adult witnesses ready to testify to additional incidences that they suffered at the hands of Mr. McCourt in the past. So this plea of Mr. McCourt's, where he pleads to 1 count of child molestation, makes him legally responsible for just 1 incident. This is all that we as a society under the law can hold this gentleman responsible for. Okay, well, I used to be a sex crimes investigator. I think most of you know that. It was one of the main thrusts of my 20 years of police work. And in general, I was in favor of plea agreements. Primarily, the reason was so that the victims didn't have to testify and be subjected to the tactics of a defense attorney. Again, not to talk down defense attorneys, they do their job, but court is controversial and adversarial. And for a victim to have to go up and justify themselves, very difficult for some people. And like I said, I was sometimes very often in favor of plea agreement. But let's face the facts here, folks. This plea is very beneficial to Mr. McCourt. And it has the potential generally to allow him to not be accountable for potentially numerous incidents, of other victims that supposedly, again, according to the Wenatchee World, said were previous victims of his sexual assaults. And as the paper states, Mr. McCourt may not suffer any time in prison for his action. Because again, in pleading guilty to 1 count, that is all he is legally responsible for. Okay, is this justice? No, of course not. Of course not. The victims of child sexual assault often suffer lifelong trauma. Now, I don't mean to be crude, but I would sometimes think in my past experience dealing with these folks that it would be better if they had their knee broken with a baseball bat, because at least they'd heal physically from that and the memory of the pain would pass. Often that's not the case with people who suffer sexual trauma and sexual assault. Let's just say that these incidences at the hands of people like Mr. McCourt can be lifelong, devastatingly tragic, lifelong. And I'm glad that the victim that was named in the Wenatchee World saying, hearing Mr. McCourt say he was guilty was all he needed. And I hope that's the case, because for this situation, for Mr. McCourt's victims as well as other victims, I hope that they can find the peace that they so deserve. But again, this may not be the final result. As the paper also said, the Department of Corrections investigators will still be investigating Mr. McCourt's background to see if he is what we call amenable to treatment. And this determination will not only depend in part on Mr. McCourt being honest about just the 1 incident that he's being held legally responsible for, but for all of his past behavior. So it remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. Mr. McCourt is willing to step up in court and say, I did this once, but the DOC investigators are going to be examining the rest of his background to see if he is honest about the other incidences as well. Okay, statistics show that people who have sexually raped and molested children have many victims, not just the ones that we're aware of. The experts say that these crimes, these incidents are vastly underreported. And whether or not this is the case, we don't know, okay? But some offenders have far more victims than are ever discovered. And the Wenatchee World reports that Mr. McCourt has potential numerous victims for which he most likely, of course now, is never going to be held legally responsible. So I'm not certified to do domestic violence counseling, but if Mr. McCourt or someone like him came to me for counseling, I would not find them amenable if I was not positive they were honest about their past. So this is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, Street Talk and Other Stuff. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.